What's going on, everyone? It's Corey here from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach video. Today, another round of Supercoach over and another poor round from me. But there was a green arrow, which is good. Yeah, 50-50 sort of week for me. I mean, it's been that sort of year. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. So we're going to be spicing things up potentially this week, if not definitely next week. Before we get into that, though, make sure you give this video a like and you subscribe to the channel for weekly AFL Super Coach content this season. You can hit me up on X, the Breakevens Pod, or on Facebook, the Breakevens as well. If you have any questions, queries, whatever, a few people have been reaching out over the last few weeks, and it's been great to interact. So that all done. We'll quickly get into how my team went, what that sort of looked like, and I want to look at NRL because we will do that first, I reckon, because I'm doing pretty well. So we'll quickly get into that, and then we'll go into DFS and play around there for a little bit. So let's get into Supercoach. As I said, I want to have a quick look at NRL because, as you see there, I'm ranked 103rd in NRL, which is absolutely insane because I've got no clue about NRL. I've never really followed it. I've watched the State of Origins here and there, but haven't really kept up with it. I always make a team each year. And I'm doing pretty well at the moment. So I wish I was doing this well in AFL, but unfortunately, that's not happening. So, yeah, 113 NRL, pretty happy with that. But we're here for AFL, so let's get over to that. Scored 2,114, which look isn't great, but got a green arrow, up 1,870 spots, but things need to change drastically. As you can see, 0 trades available. I'm using another boost. I didn't end up using the boost last week. I decided to wait just because Tom Gross was the sub. So that's annoying. So we'll get into the team, how it is last week, and then we'll go through my trades after that. So this is how we got there. So we'll start in defense. Lockie Whitfield, 145, bounce back. I had the captain on him up until the Friday night. I believe it was Friday night, where Collingwood played Brisbane, or was it the Thursday night? I think it was Thursday night, actually. I decided to go Zorko, vice captain, into Merritt, which I probably should have gone Merritt into Whitfield. But 145 from Whitfield, I'm pretty happy there. Dane Zorko is 70. He's stunk it up the last 3 weeks. He's getting frustrated at Chris Fagan. He benched him for a while, took him off kickouts for a little bit. Hopefully he pulls his head in. Jordan Clark, 94. Look, it's a down game, and if down game's 94, I'm not going to complain too much. Matty Roberts, 119, bounce back. As I said last week, the stats were there. It was just those turnovers. He had a spike game. Riley Bice, 79, really solid. Zach Reed, 38, had a stinker, but he was the best option over Traynor, which he started as sub, but with Noah Bolter. If you've missed it, he's not going to jail, but basically he has a curfew and he can't play interstate and he can't play games that are at night. So those games that are at night, Luke Traynor should see a bit of a bump. And Hasey didn't play. Midfield, Merritt 106 as captain, disappointing, but at least he got the triple figures. Sheasel 86, played basically the first half as centre half forward. Zach Fisher did a hammy. Thank God he went off the half back and scored well after that. So hopefully he gets that half back role. Lockie Neal bounced back to 113. Adam Chera keeps chugging along at 110. Connor Rose, 103 after being tagged off the half back. Take that. Oliver, 91. He seems just to be around that. Lucky. Levi Ashcroft 89, very happy. And Davidson, due to Gross being the sub, I kept him and he pumped out at 82. Nevitt 40 and Hall and Camberelli did not play. Gone 117, declining 100. I'll take that. Harry Boyd didn't play. McRae 104. Bailey Smith 80. Basically didn't run out in the second half, which was frustrating. Caleb Daniel 88. Ryan Marriage 91. Everyone said that with McGovern back, it's going to hurt his scoring. 91. You could do a lot worse. Like Bailey Humphrey, a 48 against Richmond. Caden Cleary, a 30. Basically didn't lay a tackle. Kako 55 and Dudley was the sub of 25 and Lindsay 55 there. So definitely a lot of problems. So things need to change. So let's make those changes. Humphrey's going. He has to. I was going to keep him till after this Richmond game anyway. Hoping for a bit more cash gen. Didn't quite happen, did it? So he's going. Actually, I can't do that yet because for this to work, I need to sub Nevitt with Lindsay. So Nevitt with Lindsay there. That's the main one that I need to do. Good. Now we can trade Humpty Dump. We're going to trade Luke Trainer and Mitch Nevitt as well. We'll start in defense first because this is a talking point. So, we can just go here. If you go Breakevens, Matthew Carroll, 99.1K defender. He's played his 2 games. Average of 62. He went 64 last week. And obviously must have gone 60 the week before, if my math is correct. He seems like the easy in. The only problem is Lockie Cowan, who last week was projected to be out for 3 to 5 more weeks, is a test this week. So that is concerning. So if Carroll's not there, I have some big problems because I don't really have any defenders that can go back there. So if he's not there, is there anyone really? I don't think so. Not for a defender anyway. So my trades will probably have to change if he's not named or named as sub. But while he's here, we're going to go Matt Flynn in the flex. Basically 141. He's got that negative 73 break even. Just need him for 2 to 3 weeks, and then I'll be trading him out. So hopefully that works. Now we need a forward. We've got 495K. So let's clear all the filters. You have to do it through here. Round 6 summary, I believe. Right. Now we will filter for players I can afford. So let's have a look at this. I can afford Isaac Rankin. Lovely. I can afford Matt Kennedy. Okay. Bond back. Trelaw, couple weeks, probably staying away from there. Joyce Simpkin he's had a rough run the last few weeks. Phil Thorpe, I'm not going near. Keys, no. Got Petrarca there. Curtis, no. Dangerfield, he's been averaging 99 the last 3, but when does that old body collapse on him? Walker, no. Chad Warner, not yet. Silvani, no. Luke Parker, no. So I think there's only really one option. I'm not going Dylan Moore, not going Jeremy Cameron. If we go by average, is there someone that I'm missing? Peter Wright? Definitely not. Keziah Pickett, Corey Durden, no. So really, it's going to be Christian Petrarca. It's what I'm going to do now. What I also thought about doing, just quickly, was doing this, which leaves me with 391k. So the Conning out for Flynn. Now, what made me want to keep the Conning is Carlton have Geelong this week. And if SDK's the ruck, which he hasn't been the last few weeks, but it's Reece Stanley. It's a good matchup. He could go absolutely bonkers this week. So that's why I didn't go against it. Uh, that's why I didn't go through with the Conning trade. Now, if Pitnet's back, I'm doing this every day of the week. And then maybe I hold Trainer. There. And then what else could I do here? I could go a Clary up if I wanted to. I'll go Riley Bice up, but he's still got a low break even. I'll go Sam Davidson up. Let's have a look here. 530. Going by average. Yeah, probably not going anyone, to be fair. Unless I wanted to risk on an LDU, basically. What if I sort by highest price? Is there anyone here? Flanders, no. I could get Dawson, basically. Because you don't really want anyone else here, do we? Could go Saligo, but been on a down a bit later as of late. Yeah, not really going anyone else there. So that's just food for thought there. So Trainer out, never doubt. Let's go Breakevens. Matt Carroll for now. That's what I'm running with for this week. Things could change. I'm going to have to look at it a little bit more, but that's just my early thoughts there. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. So if we look in here, so Melbourne has the early games, so I can loophole Lindsay with Davidson if I really wanted to, which I'll probably look to do. And yeah, Carroll there. Technically, I could probably loop with Hasty, so with Reed. Well, actually, yeah, I could have Reed on the bench there. And if he stinks it, then I could choose to go Carroll. So, cool. I think we'll just go straight into VC and Cs. I don't think we'll look at any player maps or heat maps today. Bit of a quicker one. So let's get into the season long DPPs. Look at our VC and C options because just looking at the fixture, it looks like we could have a good week VC and C wise. So start with the first game, which is Melbourne versus Richmond. We're going straight for inside mids here. Petrarca, who has last 2 weeks looked to be playing a bit more midfield. And you have, of course, Clary Oliver. So Melbourne against Richmond, you expect that. And Richmond, against Melbourne. It's a good one as well. But the main one is the Rucks. We're here for Max Gorn. Yeah, so Petrarca and Oliver, you could see a bit of a score boost this week. But here we are, Melbourne, yeah, Richmond points, and Melbourne's a tough one. So Nangonas look out, but looking great for Max Gorn this week. We're not probably going anywhere else. So Collingwood versus Essendon, we're going straight for inside mids because you got your day costs, you got your merits. This is what we're here for. We're not here for, Houston's or anything. We're here for the big dogs. So we're just going to look at inside mids. Essendon give away some points at inside mids, which is great for day costs. Collingwood are a bit tougher, but it's Anzac Day. Merit always shows up. So you could definitely go a day cost or a merit there. Fremantle versus Adelaide. We're here inside mids again. Adelaide, look, they're both 50-50s there. We will go designated kickers because we have Jordan Clark, who could be a sneaky. Fremantle, so Adelaide, so Fremantle give away points to designated kickers, and Adelaide are a 50-50. So probably not going there. You're probably looking the first two games for a VC, I would say. Let's look at. I already looked at the inside mids, didn't I? They were 50-50. I'm losing it. Yeah, they were. Cool. St Kilda versus Brisbane. Inside mids. Brisbane have Saints, which are a 50-50, and Brisbane are a 50-50 there. Let's go to designated kickers because we've got Sinclair, we've got Wanganeen Miller, we have Zorko, if he's even allowed to play because he spat the dummy. St Kilda give away points and Brisbane are 50-50. So someone could go massive in this game. There's no doubt about that. So could definitely look at an option there. Port versus North. We're going to stay designated kickers because what Rosie and Sheasel here. So North Melbourne, Port are a tough matchup and North are 50-50. We go inside mids. For those picking up Butters, if you have LDU, again, Sheasel, depending if he plays that role. So we'll look here. North Melbourne have Port, which is a bit tough. And Port have North, which is tough as well. So tough for inside mids. Last one we're going to look at is Kristen Sherry. North have Port, and Port are restrictive. So that's an interesting one. So you're probably not going anyone in that game. Giants versus Bulldogs. We're going to look at inside mids first. Your Greens, Kellys, Bont. Didn't Bont look good last week? Richards, those types of players. So GWS, Bulldogs are a tough matchup, and GWS are one of the toughest matchups going around. So, look, Bont's going to score well, isn't he? We just know it. Go designated kickers because we've got Whitfield and Dale right here. Giants, Bulldogs are a 50-50, and GWS are a tough matchup. So, I don't know. The captain options are looking tough right now. I feel like the VCs, you got Gorn and Merritt Dacos there in the early games, getting a bit tougher. Carlton and Cats, we're just going. We'll go Ruck. We know Geelong give away points. Yeah, to Rucks. We know that. So let's have a look. Geelong, yeah, they give away points. Carlton do a little bit as well, as is expected. So now we go into the inside mids. Can we get a C out of this game? Geelong give away points and Carlton give away points. Bailey Smith could see a bit of a jump here. Max Holmes owners, Cripps's, Sherrers, Hewitt's going under the radar like crazy. Someone who I'm thinking about getting in, but the injuries over the seasons does hurt me a little bit. So there could be an opportunity for a captain game here. Now, the last one is Hawthorn and Eagles. Inside mids. West Coast give away points. Hawthorn do not. I'm seeing a few people thinking about Jai Newcomb. Let's see what. Look at this run. Yeah. West Coast, Richmond, Melbourne, Gold Coast giving away points. John Newcomb for the next month up to their buys. It's a pretty good matchup for him, you'd say. Not tagging Camden McIntosh, you can't really count it as a tag. Not tagging, not tagging. Tried to tag Dacos, didn't really work. Doesn't tag. Bulldogs don't really tag. Adelaide don't really tag either. North no. Saints can. Freo no. Port no. I mean, like Willem Drew. Carlton no. Hawthorn have a good run where there's not that many taggers. So John Newcomb could be a decent shout, in my opinion. Now, let's look at Ruck. Because those with Matt Flynn, you're probably not going Matt Flynn captain, but let's just see how it looks. Yeah. So Hawthorn first, West Coast give away points. Lloyd Meek could score well. West Coast, Hawthorn give away points. Lloyd Meek is the most restrictive. Matt Flynn could have another good game. Melbourne are a bit tougher. And then you've got Richmond and St Kilda who give away points. So if we can hold Flynn and he can just play these 4 weeks, we should be in good stead. He could be up around 500k. Then he's an easy switch. So could be very interesting there. So let's go back over to my team and see what I'm thinking for VC&C. All right, here we are. So looking at my team, I think it's quite simple. I think I'm going Max Gawn into Merit. Looking, I can't trust Zorko right now. And Neil against St Kilda could be okay. North against Port, not really going to go Sheasel. I'm not going to risk that. Whitfield against the Dogs. And then Carlton against the Cats. I'm not going to go DeConning. So I think that's probably it for me. Gone into Merit. Yeah, I don't really trust anyone else at the moment. So VCs are definitely there. Captains, it's going to be a little bit harder unless you go early. So that's what I'm thinking. Hopefully, I see a bit of a spike here. But hey, who knows what's going to happen? But that's going to do it for today's video. Is there anything else I want to speak on? I don't think that was so. There will be an announcement maybe in the next couple weeks. Some situational changes here for me. So I'll just give an update on the channel, the podcast, everything that's coming in the next couple weeks. But for now, we're here for round 7 of the AFL Supercoach season, and we want to see some big green arrows. So hopefully we can get that done today. This week. So things could change. I will put my final trades and team up on Twitter, X, which it is known as these days. So make sure you go follow me there at Breakevens Pod, and on Facebook, the Breakevens. It's posted there as well. Like this video, give it and subscribe to the channel if you like what you heard or saw. And let's hope I can keep going up in NRL. Again, 103rd. Let's get top 100. Let's go. So thank you all again for watching and listening. And until next time, it's bye for now.